What is up, Defects? We got another episode of the Defect Spec with a special guest tonight. But first,
what is up, Defects? Like the Butcher said, we are back with another Defect Spec, and we got the master presser himself, EROD212 in the house. EROD, say what up, Clay.
What's up, everybody? My God, I am so happy to be hanging out with these clowns right here. Dude, this is my dream come true. I love it. It's great, and let's have some fun right now.
there it is, folks. Your presser's presser.
That's it. Guys, this is going to be basically a two-part video. We're going to do 6 books here, and then we're going to do 6 books on EROD's channel. So you're going to see you're going to see these 3 ugly mugs again over on EROD's channel. The link to that video is going to be in the description below. So as soon as you finish here, click on that, head over there. And if you ain't subbed up to them, make sure you sub them up when you do click on it. So before we get started, Jay, you want to talk about our sponsors real quick?
Yes, why not? We got one in the house right now. EROD212 Express Comic Book Pressing, guys. I already said it. Your presser's presser. If you know, you know. Use Defects10. Get yourself 10% off all your pressing needs. EROD also submits to CGC and CBCS and passes his discount along. So, guys, check him out. Also, we got Mutant Beaver Comics, Canada's #1 online comic book store for exclusive comic books. Defects10 again, guys. 10% off. Check out Pat and the B-Man. Tell them we sent you.
Yep, there you go. So before we get started, guys, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, share the video. You know the deal.
All that good stuff.
All that good stuff. So without further ado, let's get into those books. All right, guys. So being the gracious guests that we are, we're going to let EROD go first. So I'm going to throw up the slides right here, and then we're going to go back and forth a little bit here. So I'm excited to see what EROD has. He's going to drop some knowledge on you guys. So I'll get your pens and papers ready.
All right, so this is my first pick right here, and this is Captain America #118. This is the second appearance of the Falcon. So the way I went about this book is the Falcon has become such an integral part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I mean, the Falcon and the Winter Soldier has just solidified him in the MCU. I think there's so much more room for him to grow. Cap 117 is becoming that book that is becoming out of reach for the normal collector. So when a book becomes out of reach for a normal collector, what do? We go for that second appearance. Besides that, I think this is a better cover too. But second appearance of Captain America. Second appearance of the Falcon, Captain America 118. What do you guys think about that?
I'm digging it. I think you're 100% right. Before now, I think this, not that it wasn't a book worth picking up, but it wasn't great. Like, it was good to have in the collection, but not for investment purposes, right? It didn't really move.
No.
But now that it seems like Sam is going to be Cap, I think this book, like you said, first appearance goes even higher than it's ever been, and this one starts to pick up. People start to notice this one, and like we always say, you say it, we say it. You can't get that first. Get the second, get the origin, the first cover, the first solo story. This is a great pick. Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Yeah, just like Matt said, guys, once those first appearances get out of hand, you go for the second, you go for the origin. But my thoughts here, the last episode of Falcon Winter Soldier, Sam opens that briefcase up and you see this costume. What do?
Oh, my God.
Oh, God. The jokes are starting already. All right, Jay, go ahead.
All right, guys, this is a little bit of a deeper spec, but it's a character I like. And you could see by that Quesada variant, this is a very nice book. It's X-Men Deadly Genesis #1, the first appearance of Vulcan. This is Gabriel Summers, guys, brother of Scott Summers and Alexander Summers, who we all know is Cyclops and Havoc. Guys, book from 2006, written by Brubaker and art by Mark Silvestri. Awesome 90s artist. And it's a character we may see along the lines. This character has been in major X-Men story arcs. Divided We Stand, X-Men Kingbreaker, War of Kings, Dawn of X. So, if we see Scott Summers, who's probably coming, guys, all these X-Men books are heating up. this is the book to go after. And I can't tell you enough. Going after that variant, such a nice book and such a hard book to find in a good grade. Guys, what do you think?
I'll tell you what, I'm loving anything X-Men right now. I think that we're going to go away from the traditional Storm and all of those characters. And I think Feige is going to bring obscure characters or characters that we haven't seen on that cinematic universe yet and introduce them, and then bring you the Wolverines and those characters. So he builds it his own way, like he's done with everything else.
Yeah, like he's done last week with Contessa. Who thought that would be a major character?
And the other thing with this is these Quesada variants. He did a ton of great sketch variants and 1 in 50 variants during this time frame. So don't sleep on Joe Quesada. You know.
That's the money book right there, guys. If you could find that Quesada, which is definitely hard to find. I've only found it a handful of times in the wild. Very hard to get in a 9.8. That's the one you want to go after. I think these guys said it all already. Hey, everyone in the comments has been asking us for X-Men, cheap X-Men books. This is a good place to start.
All right. Ready. So my next pick, Captain America number 275. This is the first Zemo in costume. I mean, again, another thing, this Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and this is also from that series, man, because this series has been so good, and the way they've developed characters for me has been the big point of this. And Helmut von Zemo is a major player. Remember, he's part of the Thunderbolts. They are definitely leading to the Thunderbolts. I don't think that Zemo character is going anywhere. He might be in the cinematic universe again. So this right here is a fantastic pickup, in my opinion. The other thing with this is you can still get it for an affordable price, but look at this book at a 9.8, and it shot up a lot. So there's a good return on investment on this book right now. What do you guys think?
Hey, Jay.
Guys, this is a book you could still find in dollar bins. You go back 2 months ago, you could pull this book out. I pulled this book out on a comic book hunt. He's such a great character. And when we switch over to Erod's book, I got another Erod's channel. I got another Zemo book to talk about. But this book, him in character, you've seen him in his costume, his purple mask. He got the trench coat. He's a character that spans over the Marvel Comics, all different types of people. He interacts with Fantastic Four, the Avengers, the Punisher, Spider-Man. Just a character that goes all across the Marvel universe. So great picky.
Yep. I think there's a lot of room on this character. I really do. So don't be afraid, but still keep an eye out. You can find deals on this book still. So good pick. I like it. Here we go. Okay, guys. Spectacular Spider-Man number 9. We got the first appearance of White Tiger in a comic book. Not his first appearance, because that actually happened in a magazine. Deadly Hands of Kung Fu number 19. So that book has gone up exponentially. It's through the roof. This is the next best thing, because we see him in a comic book, right? In a standard comic book. So White Tiger is Marvel's first character of Hispanic descent. There is a little bit of confirmation, not 100% confirmation, but we have Tenoch Harada is confirmed for Black Panther 2. They don't know if he's going to be playing White Tiger. He could be playing Namor. We're not sure yet, but there's a lot of heat behind this character. Obviously, the Deadly Hands of Kung Fu magazine 19, that skyrocketed. So enough people are believing in this character. So this is the next best book to get. Still a cheap book. Some people have caught on to it. So you see some eBay listings are higher, but you could pull this out of back bins. I found it for $5 a few weeks ago. This is, I think, either way, I think the White Tiger is a good character because, like you said, first Hispanic Marvel superhero. So I do believe this is a great spec. It's something that has legs no matter what, whether he shows up now or somewhere down the road. I think it's a good book to have. What do you think, brother?
You guys know I've talked about this book in the past. This is the first Puerto Rican superhero that Marvel created. Hector Ayala, when I was a kid growing up, was one of the few books I had to look up to where I could see somebody of my own descent there. So for me, this is an important book. And it's a great character. The other thing that we're looking at, Marvel's coming up with Shang-Chi, and they're going into the martial arts cinema stuff. And this guy is perfect because he's a martial artist also. So it plays all into that. I think this is a fantastic pickup. I take this book every chance I get. It's older, so the condition on this book is a little harder to find in a higher grade. But if you find it, grab this book because it's still affordable.
Yeah, I think even a slab right off the bat, to be honest with you, 9.4s and 9.6s are very affordable right now.
Yeah, and look at the colors on that thing. That cover just pops.
Yep.
Yeah, sweet. This is an interesting one. He can walk us through this one here.
Okay, so we're going to talk about Marvel Team Up #1, and it is listed now as the first appearance of Misty Knight. It wasn't always the first appearance of Misty Knight. Okay, this was retconned, and in this issue, Spider-Man saves a woman. Later on in time, not too long ago, it was retconned that female was Misty Knight, because her first true appearance was right there. Marvel Premieres #21, first full appearance of Misty Knight in the Iron Fist series. So, as many of us know, Misty Knight was the love interest of Danny Rand for a long time. All right, she was also part of the Daughters of Serpents and some other great teams. Her bionic arm and everything else. She's a good character to spec on. I think they did a great job with her on the Iron Fist series, although that series sucked.
Yep.
But her character was portrayed as close to the books as possible. But that Marvel Team Up #1, it's also picking up some heat because a lot of people love that team up. A lot of guys grew up with that book right there. It's also a condition-sensitive book because of the black to it. So that's my 2 cents on that book. I pick this book up every chance I get also.
EROD's 2 cents is better known as #ComicWisdom, guys. Great picks, brother.
Thank you.
I like that team up #1. I've been grabbing those because, like you said, Spider-Man and Johnny Storm. So I would say that the 21 is the cheaper book right now. Is that safe to say?
Yeah.
So if you're budget sensitive, grab this one. If you want the first appearance, what everybody knows to be the first appearance, then go for the team up, or do the smart thing and go for both. This way you cover all your bases.
Yep.
All right, Jay. Round us out, brother. Bring us home.
Last book, guys. Another book you could absolutely find on the cheap. Uncanny X-Men #161. Written by Chris Claremont. Dave Cockrum on the art. September 1982, guys. This is the origin of Magneto. And the reason I picked up this book is we just had a conversation backstage. The Marvel Comics Presents #72, The Origin of Wolverine and Weapon X, absolutely went bonkers this week. Almost $500 in a 9.8 slab. So why not? If you can't afford the first appearance of Magneto, which most people can't nowadays, X-Men #1, gone through the roof. Giant size X-Men #1, gone through the roof. Second appearance, ridiculous. Go for an origin, guys. You could find this book for like $20. And if that roll around happens like happened with Weapon X and Wolverine's origin, this is going to be a book to get that you'll easily be able to double your money on.
I like that. I like that a lot. The origin of Magneto is a great origin also. You know, if you've read the books and see where he comes from, you get a feel for why the man is such an angry man. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
He's really not a villain. He's a villain, but he's kind of a villain with a reason. You know, he has you can understand why he is what he is. I mean, anybody who knows comic history knows that when Stan Lee and Jack decided to do this is basically Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. You know, and to me, that's always been very interesting. So that's why Magneto has a soft spot in my heart. This is a great pick. Cheap, too, right now. For the price you pay for this, I would take this any day.
Yeah, and guys, we see what the Doom origins are doing right now. All of them, all 3 of them. So I'm like, why isn't Magneto moving? But I think it's going to be the next origin book to start moving, you know?
Especially after this video.
Yeah, but you know what, Jay? I really like that pick. That's a really good pick.
Awesome pick.
I'm going to have to start scooping that up again.
I wonder if they're going to, I'd love to see, we talked about it during WandaVision. I wonder if they really give the true origin, right, of Wanda and Quicksilver. I'll be interested. I hope they do. I hope they hint at it in some way, shape, or form. So we'll see. I'm excited to see where it goes. But yeah, this book, it's only a matter of time on this book.
Yeah, I like it. That's a good book.
Guys, so those are the books. Before you get out of here, don't go anywhere because you're going to want to definitely click on the link in the description below. It's going to take you to the other 6 picks over on EROD212's channel. So EROD, thanks for being here, brother, dropping some knowledge on us.
I appreciate everything, guys. I learned some stuff today, so you know it was a good day. Every time you learn something, it's a good day. Good books here. Good books.
There you go. Like we said earlier, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, share the video if you can, and we'll catch you on the next Defect Spec. Thanks, guys.
Peace.